the world famous Bryton Stoll has.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How is everybody doing this afternoon?
Show him some love.
Yeah, when Mike called me like an hour or so ago, I was picturing him, you know, huddled in bed. He's got his covers pulled up tight. He goes, "Oh, I just can't hardly talk. I can't hardly talk. Can you cover my gig?" Now what I'm picturing is he's sitting here looking at a report, got a drink in his hand, a weather report. He's looking outside at the rain. He's going, No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it was the best of intentions, but I'm still going to give him a lot of shit. Well, I think I'm going to start off with a little song here about taking a pretty girl down to the beach. It's called Pull Me In. Midnight shooting stars have a bottle of tequila. I'm looking all around and she says no one's gonna see us. She nods in the direction of the crashing waves. I smile and say there ain't no way. And from the look in her eyes I realize I'm not gonna get to stay on the beach. I know better than to go too deep. She's gonna pull me in, carry me away from the shore. She's gonna pull me in, every moment leaves me wanting more. She's got a wild side, and just like high tide, soon she'll be gone again. Till then, she's gonna pull me in. Now there's nothing between except the moonlight and the water. Just like the waves, the feeling gets stronger. She whispers, aren't you gonna give me a kiss? And bites at the salt on her lips. And from the look in her eyes I realize she'll love me till she's ready to leave. I know better than to go too deep. She's gonna pull me in, carry me away from the shore. She's gonna pull me in, every moment leaves me wanting more. She's got a wild side, and just like high tide, soon she'll be gone again. Till then, she's gonna pull me in. It's gonna hurt in the morning, but I had my warning and I sailed into the storm anyways. I know she will be worth the pain, so I let her pull me in, carry me away from the shore. She's gonna pull me in, gonna leave me wanting more. She's gonna pull me in, carry me away from the shore. She's gonna pull me in, every moment leaves me wanting more. She's got a wild side, and just like high tide, soon she'll be gone again. Till then, she's gonna pull me in. I let her pull me in. She's gonna pull me in. Thank you. I tell you what, this worked out perfectly because Mike didn't have to go out in the rain, and I get Mike Nash's crowd. Well, I got a little song for you about not this buddy of mine, but another buddy of mine that comes most places with me, although sadly, she didn't make it on this trip. I was afraid she would get broken in my suitcase. Her name's Leilani, and she's my dashboard hula girl. So she goes to all my everywhere that I drive, but not necessarily everywhere that I fly. And I wrote this song for her. It's called Dashboard Hula Girl. I've been driving my life away on these highways and interstates. It seems like I spend most days on the road. I've got a pretty girl riding with me, but she ain't in the passenger seat. We've got a lot of things to see, and she's ready to go. My dashboard girl, I'm gonna take her around the world to every city so we can put on a show. I like to have her company. She likes to dance just for me. We've got 1,000,000 miles down, 1,000,000 more to go. With my dashboard hula girl. Well, she may not be one of a kind, but her grass skirt looks mighty fine with a coconut bra and a flower in her hair. Well, she spends all day in the sun, so she's a tanned up beauty and she's ready to run. She's always begging me to take her anywhere. My dashboard hula girl, I'm gonna take her around the world to every city so we can put on a show. I like to have her company. She likes to dance just for me. We've got 1,000,000 miles down, 1,000,000 more to go. With my dashboard hula girl. Well, I don't know where we'll end up, but I know the journey will be great because I've got my dashboard hula girl. I'm gonna take her around the world to every city so we can put on a show. I like to have her company. She likes to dance just for me. We've got 1,000,000 miles down, 1,000,000 more to go. Oh, with my dashboard hula girl. With my dashboard hula girl. Thank you. Sometimes when I introduce that song, people think that I'm going to sing a love song to my beautiful fiance down there. Her name's Caitlin. And then it ends up being about Leilani instead. Hey, speaking of Caitlin, she would love to sell you some merchandise. So now I am going to sing a love song. I think it's a truthful love song, though. And it has everything to do with her and selling merch and drinking at a bar. It's called You, Beer, and Money. Girl, you know I'd never do you wrong. I wanna be with you my whole life long. To love another woman wouldn't be right. That don't mean there aren't other things in my life. Now, let me explain, there are some other things, you see, that I love, dear, but they won't come between you and me. Before I get started, listen to me, girl. Just remember what I love most in this world. You and beer and money. Girl, you're hotter than the 4th of July. That may be true. But when it's hot that night with the fire in the sky, beer will keep me cool. And when you get the urge to buy yourself something new, you can try if you like, you can cuss and cry. They ain't just gonna give it to you. 'Cause you give me good nights and beer gives me great times, and money helps me pay for it all. You I get to hold, the beer is ice cold, and money keeps the worrying small. Girl, you know I love you, never gonna hurt you, and I know it might sound funny, but my love is split 3 ways. Hey, what can I say? It's you and beer and money. I love the way you look at me, I love looking at you, but I also love a cold draft beer, and I love money too. 'Cause you give me good nights and beer gives me great times, and money helps me pay for it all. You I get to hold, beer is ice cold, money keeps the worrying small. Girl, you know I love you, never gonna hurt you, and I know it might sound funny, but my love is split 3 ways. Hey, what can I say? It's you and beer and money. Now I finally see it, another reason I love you. I can see it in your eyes, it ain't no surprise. You think the same way I do. You love me and beer and money. 'Cause I give you good nights, beer gives you great times, and money helps you pay for it all. You get to hold, beer is ice cold, and money keeps the worrying small. Girl, I know you love me, you're never gonna hurt me. We both know it sounds kind of funny, but your love is split 3 ways. Hey, what can I say? It's me and beer and money. Yeah, my love is split 3 ways. Hey, what can I say? It's you and beer and money. I call that the truthful love song. So cheers to telling the truth. Well, I've got 2 albums out. One of them is the older album. That came before I had decided to even go full trop rock, but it just so happens that that last song and this next song are both on that older one. And then I got a newer album as well. You can get both of them up here in CD format, or you can find them anywhere you get your music online, or you can just request all those songs on Tiki Man Radio. But the goal behind this song was for me to reference as many Jimmy Buffett songs as I could inside of one song. So there's 9 songs in here, and we'll see if you can catch all of them. See if you can count up to 9. Here we go. This one is called My Lost Shaker of Salt, and that should give you a hint on one of them. I got some Jimmy Buffett playing on my stereo. He's singing about some place that I'd sure love to go, but my job don't pay enough, so I just got a cooler and ice to grill myself a cheeseburger. It's a homemade paradise. I ain't got the money, though someday maybe I will, so I'll just head on down to Margaritaville. 'Cause I just wanna spend all day laying here in the sun, sitting dreaming of the harbor, that particular one. I ain't gonna blame nobody, I know it's my fault. I'm just wasting away, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Yeah, Margaritaville's in there a whole bunch of times. They start coming a little faster in the second verse. Well, call me the son of a sailor. The sea is where I want to go. But if I left right now, I'd have to watch that volcano blow. So until I can get there, I'm just gonna pour me some rum. And sorry, Jimmy, I don't want Monday to come if you ain't got the means to change your attitude. You just gotta change your attitude. 'Cause I just wanna spend all day laying here in the sun, ordering some boat drinks, pour me another one. I ain't gonna blame nobody, I know it's my fault. I'm just wasting away, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Yeah, like I said, Margaritaville's in there a whole bunch of times, so I think we're currently at 8. And I know that because I know there's one song left, and it comes with some very simple instructions that I think you all can follow. Here we go. Well, put your fins to the left, and put your fins to the right. Put your fins to the left, and put your fins to the right. Well, put your fins to the left, and put your fins to the right. If you're a parrot head like me, we can party all night. 'Cause I just wanna spend all day laying here in the sun, sitting dreaming of the harbor, that particular one. I ain't gonna blame nobody, I know it's my fault. I'm just wasting away, searching for my lost shaker of salt. 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 Thank you very much. I'm going to keep playing that until I get an autograph from Jimmy Buffett or his lawyers. That's the goal. Let's see, what are we going to do next? I'm going to do a little slow song here. So, if you haven't heard the story yet, My name is Bryton Stoll, and I also go as the Landlocked Sailor. That nickname comes from this next song, so yeah, I kind of gave myself a nickname, but I swear, I didn't mean to. That wasn't the plan, the original intention. I grew up in Kansas. Nowadays, I live in Missouri. I'm not proud of it, but I met a Missouri girl, so what can you do? So I've been landlocked my whole life, but I was raised by very good parents over there, and yeah, they took us to the lake every weekend that we could, and also we would take our boat on some pretty incredible vacations all over the country. And I wanted to, kind of put all that in a song. I've been really, really lucky to have seen a lot of this country from the water, so now I want to go see the rest of the world from the water someday. But I'm still in Kansas and Missouri, so I'm still landlocked. And that, with all that in mind, I wrote this song. It's called Landlocked Sailor. Was a runaway hurricane splashing up and down the beach. 6 years old in the middle of Kansas, but I conquered the sea. And I'll never forget the feeling when Dad let me drive the boat. I was wild and free till it was time to leave, but the whole way home I closed my eyes, and I was on a boat somewhere with the sun glaring off the water and the salt in my hair, on a course for somewhere beautiful. My sails with the breeze. I was raised to land like a sailor with some big dreams. Hasn't changed at all. I want to sail to unknown islands and distant ports of call. I've had a few adventures, but I'd like to pick up my pace. In the meantime, in my mind, I drift away. I close my eyes. I'm on a boat somewhere with the sun glaring off the water and the salt in my hair, on a course for somewhere beautiful. My sails with the breeze, but I'm a landlocked sailor, so for now they're only dreams. And I know that I could get there, I could leave it all behind, raise my anchor and sail away, but it's not my time. No, it's alright being landlocked, 'cause I've got work to do. But one thing I know for sure is someday when my work is through, I'll open up my eyes on a boat somewhere with the sun glaring off the water and the salt in my hair, on a course for somewhere beautiful. My sails with the breeze, but a landlocked sailor is what I'm proud to be. I'm a landlocked sailor, so for now they're only dreams. Thank you. Well, how about a new song? Haven't gotten this one recorded yet. I wrote this right after I got back from Key West last year. I met so many incredible songwriters and musicians on this trip last year that I was like, man, I gotta get back to writing songs. And now I'm thinking the same thing. I gotta go home and write some more stuff. But I wrote this one with a little trip in mind. I was thinking about a trip that my family and I took a few years back to St. John and St. Thomas down in the Virgin Islands. And what we would do is we rented a car and we would just beach hop all day long. We were looking for the most beautiful, most secluded beaches that we could find, and we found a lot of good candidates. And every time we'd get to a new beach, I would get a beer out of the cooler. I'd sit down on the beach in the sand, in the chair, or whatever it was. I'd look out at the beautiful turquoise water and I would think, you know, it just can't get much better than this, can it? But it could get a little bit better, right? I think the only way it could get any better is if that boat right there that's anchored in the bay was mine. So this one's called If That Boat Was Mine. Well, the sun is shining, sand under my feet. I got a drink in my hand and a little daydream. The view is just perfect, the temperature is just right. I think the only way this day could get better is if that boat was mine. If that boat was mine, I'd be feeling fine, anchored out in a beautiful bay. And when I drank my rum and had my fun, I'd just sail away on to the next one, find the best one, every piece of paradise. But I'm on this beach and I'm just dreaming about if that boat was mine. Well, I love this beach, but the world ain't small. So there's gotta be at least 1,000 more, and I wanna see them all. Every day of the year, go where I wanna go. I wouldn't have to worry about catching a flight, and I never have to go back home. If that boat was mine, I'd be feeling fine, anchored out in a beautiful bay. And when I drank my rum and had my fun, I'd just sail away on to the next one, find the best one, every piece of paradise. But I'm on this beach and I'm just dreaming about if that boat was mine. Well, you know that I am a lucky man and I shouldn't complain. But if I had my choice, there's just one thing that I'd change. If that boat was mine, I'd be feeling fine, anchored out in a beautiful bay. And when I drank my rum and had my fun, I'd just sail away on to the next one, find the best one, every piece of paradise. But I'm on this beach and I'm just dreaming about if that boat was mine. Yeah, I'm on this beach and I'm just dreaming about if that boat was mine. Thank you. Thank you. Right, if I get the boat, then you'll all be my best friends. That's because the best boat is your friend's boat. Or your dad's boat. little song here, and it's about what happens when a flip-flopping beach bum dude meets a country girl wearing cowboy boots at the bar. It's a semi-true story because it's about how I cannot dance to save my life. That's the true part. That's why I stay on this side of the microphone. It's called Two Steppin' Heart. I was backstage packing up my sixth string. She said, do you dance as good as you sing? I turned around, and to my surprise, I said no, but I sure can try. Well, I knew I had rhythm, but I didn't understand how this all worked or why she still held my hand. I stepped on her boots, she smiled at me, said pull me close and follow my lead. I four-stepped right into her two-stepping heart. The look in her eyes took me right from the start. These feet and three beats couldn't break us apart. I four-stepped right into her two-stepping heart. She said, I'll see you next Saturday night. I practiced all week until I thought I had it right. She laughed at me as I counted out loud. I was embarrassed, she was so proud. And I four-stepped right into her two-stepping heart. Look in her eyes told me right from the start. These feet and three beats couldn't break us apart. I four-stepped right into her two-stepping heart. Well, we're still together, and I still can't dance. She still takes the lead and still holds my hand. I four-stepped right into her two-stepping heart. Look in her eyes told me right from the start. These feet and three beats couldn't break us apart. I four-stepped right into her two-stepping heart. 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 Thank you. You know what I think I'm going to do next? I was thinking about this during the next song. Last song, I should say. And I was talking about how I got back from Key West and I was like, man, there are some incredible writers out here. I gotta write some new songs. Well, that actually, If That Boat Was Mine was the second one I did. This one right here is the first one that I wrote after getting back from Key West. I guess technically it's the second one I wrote after getting back from Key West. I wrote one in the car as well. But I wanted to go ahead and get some co-writes going, right? So I started texting the people that I met on the trip. And one of them was Eric Erdman, the reigning two-time TRMA Songwriter of the Year. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start off strong and write a song with the Songwriter of the Year. And we wrote a little song that was about something that Caitlin actually came up with while we were down here in Key West. I had said something about I wanted to write a song about how two people meet in Key West and they end up spending, they start by watching the sunset together because that's what you normally do in Key West, but they have such a great night they end up watching the sunrise together as well. And Caitlin said, you know, that is a very, that it's a good point. That's a special point that you watch the sunset with an awful lot of people during your life, but it takes a special someone to go watch the sunrise with them. So Eric and I put that in this song, and we wrote this one called Sunrise. And right now, already you're going, ooh, that is an Eric Erdman song. Listen to those pretty chords. I don't know what these are called. He had to teach me how to play them. Before the colors fade from the sky, I'll get 2 glasses and a bottle of wine. You bring all the reasons I want to make this evening last all night. As long as I got you beside me, I'll enjoy the view, soak up the last light of day. What I can't wait to do is hold hands with forever through the start of something new. Watch the sunset, but I love to watch the sunrise with you. Once the morning's peeking, we outlasted darkness again. I can see in your eyes, time ain't nothing but time, and our love will never end. As long as I got you beside me, I'll enjoy the view, soak up the last light of day. But what I can't wait to do is hold hands with forever through the start of something new. Watch the sunset, but I love to watch the sunrise with you. As long as I got you beside me, I'll enjoy the view, soak up the last light of day. What I can't wait to do is hold hands with forever through the start of something new. I like to watch the sunrise, but I love to watch the sunrise with you. Sunrise with you. Thank you. I'm still getting used to that song, and the hardest thing is not saying sunset when you're supposed to say sunrise, and not saying sunrise when you're supposed to say sunset. Makes the song confusing. Oh, I think I got time for at least a couple more. The good news is, this next one's a beer drinking song. Yeah, it goes right along with that koozie right there. Thank you. This is a song that came out in 2020, right around COVID times. My original plan is I was going to put out a music video with this song. And since it's a beer drinking song, I was just going to get a whole bunch of my buddies together. We were going to go drink a bunch of beer at my dad's pond. And we were going to make a music video that way, but then COVID happened, and now everybody has to take a drink, because that's what you have to do when you say when COVID happened. And we couldn't really get together for that music video anymore, so I figured, you know what, I'm still gonna make a music video, I'm just gonna do it by myself. So I built a Rube Goldberg machine that went all over my house and poured me a beer. And that's the music video. And it was very fitting because before I started that project, I had too much beer in my fridge, and when I was done with that project, I did not have nearly as much beer in my fridge. I like to say that song took about 50 beers to make. So here's a little song about a problem that you didn't know you could have. It's called Too Much Beer in the Fridge. Oh, well, I've got 100 things that I should be doing today. I've been working like a dog just to cross them off, but my list keeps growing anyway. I can mow my yard or wash my car, fix that squeaky back door. My days off have become days on, I just can't take it anymore. So today, there's only one thing I'm putting on my list. I got a lot of them, but my biggest problem is I got too much beer in the fridge and not enough time on my hands to get all this done. So my number one is clearing out all them cans. It'll take more than one or two. So what am I supposed to do? I don't think I can go on like this with too much beer in the fridge. Well, I'm about to start calling all my friends as soon as I find my phone. And I hope that they are ready, 'cause I can't do it alone. We're gonna make some room for the burgers and brats that I'm bringing home from the store. Gonna fire up the grill, sit back and chill, yeah, that's my list of chores. When the weather's this good and the sun is out, I can't resist. I got a lot of them, but my biggest problem is I got too much beer in the fridge and not enough time on my hands to get all this done. So my number one is clearing out all them cans. It'll take more than one or two. So what am I supposed to do? I don't think I can go on like this with too much beer in the fridge. Yes, and I do have some koozies for sale, and they say one less beer in the fridge on them. But the great thing about a koozie is you can keep reusing it, so maybe we should make one that says like one less beer in the fridge, then you cross it out and you say 2 less beers in the fridge and 3 less beers in the fridge. And we'll look into that. Thank you. Well, too much stress can make you lose your mind. It's time for a little bliss. I got a lot of them, but my biggest problem is I got too much beer in the fridge and not enough time on my hands to get the whole list done. So my number one is clearing out all them cans. It'll take more than one or two. So what am I supposed to do? I don't think I can go on like this with too much beer in the fridge. Yeah, too much beer in the fridge. I can't go on like this with too much beer in the fridge. I got too much beer in the fridge. Thank you.
Bryton Stoll, everybody. He's got one more song. Didn't you play here last year, didn't you? Yeah, man. Thank you
I did.
for, Mike Nash can't get his hair wet. Y'all all know that, right? I mean, he was, last week or so he was over in Egypt, riding camels next to the pyramids. And he's like, man, I just can't get my hair wet. It's going to rain. I'm going to send Bryton over there. But, hey, what a surprise, right?
It's good to be here. Thanks for letting me crash the party.
Hey, man, always, man. We love having you here. Reggae Wines over here, everybody, our sponsors for the day. Make sure they've been going around giving you tastings of reggae wines. If you like sweet wine, make sure you go over here and say hi to them. They are so good to Tiki Man Radio. Castaway Sauce Company, if you like. Oh, yeah, Michelle Myers, our ambassador, is right there. She's got some of the tastings. Castaway Sauce Company, do you like hot sauce? Any hot sauce lovers in the... Make sure you go over here and see Castaway Sauce Company. They are sponsoring the Happy Hour, Tiki Time Happy Hour act tonight, which of course is Tim Campbell. So, and the Crazy Band, Tim Campbell and the Crazy Band, coming up next. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. He's got one more song. Thank you for, making sure that Mike Nash doesn't have to get his hair wet, man.
I do what I have to.
One last thing, Tennessee fans. Yes. All right, so Tennessee gonna whoop Georgia's ass today. Y'all know that, right? Mike Nash is a big Tennessee fan. So we're going to let him know that the game's going to be playing here and he's going to miss it. Okay? Make sure you tell him that, will you?
I'll tell him. I will tell him.
All right, man.
So I got one more song for you, and it's about a friend of mine that I brought down here to Key West. I sang about him last year. This is the first time I've brought him down here. So, but I'm looking out into this crowd, and I'm like, you know what? This is an awesome-looking crowd. I think Red needs a picture with him. So I need y'all to do like you get excited and stuff, and I'm going to snap a photo here with my donkey. I think a video would be good too. I'm going to do one more. That's awesome. Thank you for humoring me. So yeah, this is Red. He's my donkey. You might also say my ass. And I got a little song that I wrote about him last year, right before we headed down to Key West. I wanted to commemorate my very first trip to Key West that was last year. So I wrote this song about my friend Red, and it requires a little bit more audience participation. I know I just made you take a picture. We're going to do one more thing. It's very simple, though. I just need you to make yourself sound like a donkey. It's just like this. When I say yeehaw, y'all give me a hee-haw like a donkey does. So that we're going to practice it a couple times here. You ready? Well, someone yells yeehaw. Red gives them a hee-haw. That was pretty good. Let's do it one more time just in case. Well, someone yells yeehaw. Red gives them a hee-haw. Sounds fantastic. Here we go. This is called the Donkey Song. Well, I've got me a donkey. His name is Red. But lately he's been feeling blue. He lies in his pen and moans all day. Didn't know what I should do. But I've got an idea to bring him some cheer. He's always wanted to go to the sea. So I packed up my bags and loaded Red up. I'm taking my ass to the beach. Here we go. Every town that we ride past. Yeah, I know that everybody loves my ass. Here comes your part. Well, someone yells yeehaw. Red gives them a hee-haw. We're headed down to the sea, riding all the way to the end of A1A, taking my ass to the beach. Well, we first hit the sand at the 4
so right on a clear water night in sunset at Siesta Key. Only one way to go down that ocean road. Now we're making our way through the Keys. I rode red across the 7-mile bridge, taking my ass to the beach. Here we go, every town that we ride past. Yeah, I know that everybody loves my ass. Here's your part. Well, someone yells, yee-haw, red pigs on my yee-haw. We're headed down to the sea, riding all the way to the end of A1A, taking my ass to the beach. And let me tell you, he is having the time of his life. He's had girls kissing him. He's been taking shots. I can't hardly control this donkey. You'd be surprised how many people want to kiss my ass. Now I play in the bars, I'm a Key West star, and red is never blue. I make good tips, but really that's thanks to red, 'cause all the girls think my ass is cute. Well, someone yells, yee-haw, red pigs on my yee-haw. We're hanging out by the sea. We're here to stay at the end of A1A. My ass ain't leaving the beach. So if you're feeling blue, there's only one thing to do. Just bring your ass on down to the Keys. Thank you so much, my name is Ron.
You know, it's nice for Bryton to take time to come over here. How's your week been, man?
What's that?
How's your week been?
It's been good.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, for the most part, I didn't book myself too heavily. I'm just going to enjoy Key West.
Well, there you go. Well, that's what we've been doing, except we've been here the whole damn time. But it's been
Yeah,
nice.
but you got a couple days coming. You're going to come out to my boat on Tuesday night. We're going to watch the sunset from my houseboat.
Okay, there you go. That sounds good.
There
We
you
got a
go.
big party to go to Monday. Chris Reeves. Thank God MOTM is over.
Yeah, the barbecue. Yeah, we got to go do that. Yeah, the annual barbecue.
And then tomorrow you got a radio show bright and early in the morning.
I do have the Sunday mornings with Tiki tomorrow.
Did you say Bryton early?
Yeah, I did say bright and early. Yes. All right, man. Real quick, how can everybody get your music, where they can follow you at, and all that good stuff, man?
Yeah, you can follow me on all the social media, Instagram, Facebook. It's just Bryton Stoll. It's spelled funny, Bryton, and then Stoll.
Yeah.
You can go to my website, BrytonStoll.com, and you can get my music anywhere you get music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all that good stuff. Or you can buy it from me on my website.
We always encourage everybody to buy it directly from you. Of course, we're streaming it on our YouTube, which is up to 12,000 subscribers right now. So there's a lot of people listening around the world that can't make it to Key West. So always kind of like for you to say, how to get your music and all that good stuff, So. And this guy, 104.9 here in Key West, we always do simulcasting at least one time a year during this event, right?
I'll give you my card. You can mail that CD directly to me, or an MP3, whatever you got.
Can I go grab one and hand it
Give
to you?
it to me, and I will get it on the air by tonight.
Perfect.
So
Thank you.
What we're going to do is bring you around here and get our picture. We'll take some pictures here in front of the banner. Thanks for stepping up, and tell Mike Nash he's going to miss the ball game because we're going to have it on 27 TVs here, okay?
I'll tell him.
It's in Mike Nash's honor.
Yeah. All right, brother, come on around here. We'll get a picture with you right quick.
All right, you got something to put on? I'm going to switch to music for
I'm going back to the
radio.
stage. Come back to the stage here.